my trigger finger, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my prayers. Cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you.
Well, it's always been a little tough because I'm in a man's industry. I'm different. I'm definitely different to anyone else. But I'm highly respected in the transport industry. I'm proud of where I've ended up.
You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me. You ain't gonna outrun me. You ain't gonna. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
Tell me how much you love talking about yourself.
Yeah, and that's what I hate. Okay. I'm Helen Spittal, born and raised in Albury. I own the Albury Freight Distribution Centre, and this is where we are right now filming. I'll just tell you a little story. Graham Bradshaw worked for me for 27 years. Daniel Bradshaw's father, the footballer. And he was my manager for many, many years. And he came into my office one day and he said to me, "Chief, please don't call the boys over in the PA system." I said, "Why, Graham?" He said, "Because they're peeing their pants before they get into your office."
It's a rags to riches story, and it's all built by her. She came out of, I remember earliest days, we lived in Housing Commission House in Wodonga, and Mum just said, "I'm not going to wait for the pension check when I'm older." Hence this, rags to riches.
Yeah, well, it's quite an unbelievable story, really. I've fitted a lot in, especially in the last 20 years. When I was catering, I fostered children in the middle of it all. I started fostering children because I heard of some sad stories. I was the house where they brought the emergency cases. It's very rewarding, yeah. And some of those children kept in touch over the years, yeah, which was lovely. Yeah, in 2008 I was approached by the Albury Chamber of Commerce to head up a new section of Chamber of Commerce, which was Women in Chamber. But it was a very successful time, and while I was head of the Chamber of Commerce, I and the committee brought Ida Buttrose to town, and we had nearly 500 people at the Albury Civic Centre. It was an absolute roaring success, and on that night we had a fundraiser for a young boy who kept falling over, and he needed special treatment. And we raised nearly 30,000 that night. It was unbelievable. Even Ida Buttrose put in money.
He started to really show signs where we needed to, do something. Helen was probably the saviour, and when I say saviour, the saviour today, because out of the 10 people in our family that all have the same disease, those 9 are in wheelchairs, and today Josh is still walking around. And still to this day, she was at Josh's birthday, not the one just gone, but his 18th. She's kept in touch with us, and she's always wanting to know what he's up to. What makes us feel, it's very overwhelming as far as what Helen Spittal, what she did for us, and we're just one. There's a lot of people out there that have been touched by this lady.
My best friend and I had a partnership in Border Caterers, one of the biggest caterers in Albury, and we used to do all the balls and functions at the Albury Civic Centre. We did the catering for the 25 years of Albury Netball at JC King Park. There was 400 people there. I'm out the back running around tidying up. The whole place was chock-a-block. So anyway, that's all right. We're running around, we're trying to get it all cleaned up, So anyway, in the meantime, the PA, someone's calling out PA, Helen Spittal, will you come up the front, please? I thought, oh, what do they want me for? You know, anyway, I'm about to go up the front and all of a sudden I've slid on the floor and I've got food everywhere hanging off me. And they were presenting me with the life membership and I didn't know. And I've gone up the front and I've got stuff hanging off me everywhere. So that was at the Albury Civic Centre.
She started the rep, Albury Rep. She was the first person to ever take a team away for Albury Rep. Now, from there, she actually, if she didn't win something, she returned again to see if she could do better the next year.
The highlight would be winning 14 premierships as a player and 22 as a rep coach and club coach.
That's amazing. So many memories. Look how much everything's changed.
Yeah. I've always been tall.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And that was the year the courts were opened here.
Oh, there we are.
There we are. I was a lot younger there.
You still look amazing.
Thank you. And that's our honour board in the background there.
Yeah, it's still there. You're still on the honour board where you belong.
Yep. I just took each day as it came, and then when I started the transport business up, of course I had my family behind me. They've been my strength.
I don't know if she told you, we actually went from the garage where transport started for her at home, then went to a rented shed in Helen Street. That's where she decided that she needed to fill the shed because she had this big shed. And that's where Albury Freight actually started after the marriage breakdown sort of happened. And she decided then, right from there,
Bought land across the road and built her first shed.
I built Fallon Street and moved in 1995. By 1997 we'd built another bay on. 2 years later I bought the block next door. The growth was just massive. Trucks started rolling in at night time. It was unbelievable. It just went through the roof. And in the meantime, my daughters are running around the shed looking for the lid to keep the lid on the joint because we were starting to outgrow it. And then the RTA came along and said, you'll have to move because we're putting a bridge over Fallon Street and won't be able to get your trucks in and out. I had 1 month to go and I owned Fallon Street. 1 month, and then they tell me I've got to move, and then I had to borrow more money. So hence that's what's happened. That's why I built the multi-million-dollar depot here in Venue Circuit.
She knows how everything works in and out. We got depots in Wodonga, Griffith, so hands-on on them too. So she's hands-on in everything.
Makes her mind up, she goes for it, that's it, done.
Yep.
And if anyone says no to her, she can't do it, you watch her go, she does.